Hey, how's it going, guys? This is just a quick review of the Intel NUC. It's the next unit of computing. The awesome PCs. These are replacing the desktop. Not replacing, but alternate option. Here I have the Core 5 version, and as you can see, basically I have already used it. I've taken it out of the box, so that way when I do the review I can give you a better perspective of how it is when using for daily use. But I also thought, you know what, I'll show you it outside of the box what it includes. So here's the box itself. Really cool box. You got the Core i5 in full 4K, and this one does support the 2.5-inch hard disk drive. So we'll just quickly turn around the box, look around. HD 6000 graphics. You can play some games, nothing too extreme, but you can still play a few of the games. On the back you just have some more info. It's got the wireless AC, which I have tested and works amazingly. And here's one thing you can clearly see on the box. It says you need RAM right here. You need a hard disk drive. You can either opt for regular or a M2, and you need OS. So I already bought the RAM. I have the Intell SSD, which I'll show you in a second, everything taken apart, and we will also show you the M2 SSD. And other than that, here's just a look at the PC itself. It's very small, very tiny. You got USB 3.0 ports all around, headphone jacks up front. It's even got an infrared sensor. And then you got towards the back, that is the back side right here. Additional USB ports. You got the Ethernet port. I've tested that, worked amazing. Mini display port. Everything is there, everything you need. So let's go ahead and take it outside of the box. Alright, so here we go. Just lift this up. Really nice packaging, as you can see all around. Very well done. Usually this is all covered up when you get it new, but I'd already taken out. Put this aside for now. See what's inside the box. You just got like a quick guide, quick setup guide. Put that aside. You got the VESA mount right here. Right, so you want to put it behind your monitor or something, you can do that. It comes with all that hardware. You have your power cord right here, really small, as you can see. Really small power cord. Takes a lot less power than a regular desktop or even a laptop. Inside the box you have a bunch of inverters or converters for various countries. Alright, so here's the unit itself. As you can see, the sticker is not on it. I put it myself, so usually when you get it, it's all clean and neat. There's the power button right here. You got the process LED light. You might see some scratches, but that is not on the top of the PC itself. It's just a plastic cover all around it. As you can see, you can remove that, and then you can also replace this top plate, so if you want to customize it. Looking at the front, very nice and simple design. You got two SSDs. This one you can use to power devices even when the PC is turned off. You got your headphone jack. Very nice aluminum design all around. Plenty of heatsink right here. Towards the back you got additional USB 3.0 ports, regular HDMI, Ethernet port for your internet. You got the mini display port. It's the power port right here. That's where you plug in your power support. And there's some additional heat sinks. Even on the other side there's your lock key, and this is where all the fun is. At the bottom, that's where you when you remove these screws, you can access the internals of the PC and upgrade stuff like RAM, hard disk. Alright guys, so here it is, the unit open. This is the top plate. So like I said, there's two versions. The one I bought supports the regular 2.5-inch drives. There's another version which doesn't, but here's the bottom plate itself. right? So those 4 screws I mentioned earlier, just simply remove them, pull this piece out, and the critical thing is these wires are attached right here. As you can see, these 2 are power and data wires. So before taking the top plate out, we slightly remove it, pull the data and the power wires out, and then you set it free. So here's the unit itself, the whole thing. Unbelievable. Look at how tiny it is. Just going over some basic. You got all the ports here. You got your wireless antenna wires right there. You got the RAM. So as you've seen, I've already installed one. You always want to install the bottom piece first and then the top. So I'll show you how to install the RAM. Both go the same way. The RAM itself, I have the Corsair engine. So all you need to do is sort of, you got the power and the data, so you just slide it in the right way. There's only one way it can go anyways. So you push it in like that, and then you just press it in, and the clips will lock themselves in. So that's your RAM, and this portion right here is where your M2 SSD would go. So I bought the Sandisk 256 gig M2 SSD. You go ahead, open that, and then I'll show you how to install it. Before I go ahead and install it, just note that right here at this point there's a small screw which I removed already, so you have to remove that in order to install the SSD. So here's the SSD itself. As you can see, it's 256 gigs, 6 GB per second SATA. It's unbelievable how small these things have gotten. So to install this SSD, it's very simple. All you do is you have the power and data again, so you're gonna plug those in with the sticker side facing up, right? I'll probably do it this way so you can see. Let's do that, right? So you push it in, and then all you gotta do is slide it all the way in, hold it there, and then you just install the screw. Here we go. We installed the SSD, 256 gig SSD. We got the RAM. Everything is set. And I'll show you the regular Intel SSD. I have the full-size Intel SSD, I should say. It's right here. So once again, here's the bottom plate, and the SSD can only go one way, right? So you got your data and power again, and here's the top plate itself, right? So as you can see, the good thing about this one is compared to the other ones, other mini PCs, you don't have to screw anything. You just slide it in and it fits. So we'll go ahead. Obviously the Intel facing up. Slide it in like so. You don't have to apply too much pressure. Clicks in, and that is it. And then all you have to do is connect the wires again, and you're good to go. One important thing to mention is you do need an HDMI cable. So here's just some more details on the processor itself for those who are wondering. So you can see the 3 MB of cache, 64-bit, 2 cores, base is at 1.6 and the max is at 2.7, 15 watt only, and this support DirectX 11.2. Do is just do a quick restart test on it. See how quickly it restarts. So here we go. Power restart. And you're ready to go. These PCs are amazing for day-to-day use or using it as a streaming device or as a mini server. They're powerful, they do everything, and even have very powerful version for gaming nowadays. So they consume very less power, there's no noise, no heat generated, and I would definitely suggest this anyone looking for something discreet and small, something that they can use for average daily use.